Hello guys and welcome back. We are here again with another online content for you guys, and today I wanted to do something a little different. I wanted to bring you guys something that was current and that you guys may not have heard of. So I chose UFOs. Let's talk a little bit about UFOs. What are they? Are they real? Are they not? Do you believe in them? I want to believe. So let's see. Today we will see words in action. We'll talk about the UFOs. We're going to be doing some watching for understanding, then watching 2, the return of the understanding, and then some talk time just to iron some things out, right? So words in action, let's begin. What does unknown means? Unknown is pretty much anything that is not known. If you know something, it is known. If you don't know, it is unknown. Then we have flying, which is not the verb to fly, it's flying. It's the adjective, it's the quality of something that can fly. Then we have object, that's pretty similar to Portuguese, so you know it's just any object. UFO, what UFO means is it's an acronym. Unknown flying object, right? So these 3 words, unknown flying objects. UFO. Then we have hoax. What is a hoax? Well, just like that guy up there, a hoax, that is, I don't know if you guys ever seen this picture, but that's the Loch Ness monster, also known as Nessie. In Portuguese, Monstro do Lago Ness, right? It was a hoax. It was fake. It was created by local villagers to try and bring in tourists, to create kind of a tourist spot so people would come to Loch Ness and spend money there, right? So it's just a way to kind of generate news. But it was, as old as it is, it was what today we would call fake news, right? Then we have the Navy. It's just like in Portuguese, we have the Marinha. In the US, they have the Navy. It's the sea branch of their armed forces. The Pentagon is this guy right here, and it's pretty much the headquarters of the United States Armed Forces. That's where all the armed forces meet, and it's where all the intelligence has. It's all this big thing. The DoD means the Department of Defense. It's not just DOD. It's also an acronym, just like UFO, and it means Department of Defense. Then we come to footage. A footage is a piece of video or a piece of film. So any kind of piece of film, so like a feature film that you would see in the movie theater, or just the videos on YouTube, it can all be classified as footage, right? It's just pieces of video. And then we have classified, which is a false friend. It doesn't mean the same thing in Portuguese. Classified means that something is secret. So it's something that the public should not know about. That's what classified means. All right, so let's move on. Let's go on to talk a little bit about UFOs. This is a shot. This is a picture from a UFO video, right? And you guys already know what UFO means. It means unknown flying object. So here we can see a little bit of a thing there and a distance close to the horizon. It's getting near the clouds, right? It's kind of creepy, a little weird. But do you guys think this is real? Well, guess what? I can prove to you it's not real. And for that, I am going to employ the assistance of a guy that I really like. His name is Captain Disillusion. But before we go to this video, first things first, a little warning. There is some strong language. It's not a lot. Most of it is censored, but just be warned, all right? So let's take a look at the video from Captain Disillusion on UFO, at least this one, right? So let me dim the lights here. All right, let's dim the lights. Let's stop the music a little bit, and let's see what Captain Disillusion has to say.
Greetings, children. Captain Disillusion here. Today I thought we'd slow things down and talk about... Whoa, what the hell is that? It's some sort of alien craft floating in the distance. Is that real? Well, we can't be sure. It's important to keep an open mind. Let's pass the video around the internet a million times and argue about personal anecdotes in the comments. That's my impression of you. I'm sorry. It's just the end of the year and I'm a little jumpy. Thank you, Zaphroid. Back to your pen. Back. Good boy. Believe it or not, video views are a limited resource. When you're watching something stupid, you're not watching something cool. And you've only got 28,000 days of an average human lifespan to watch everything you're ever gonna see. So why do over 700,000 of you choose to waste them on watching this?
A video called Huge UFO over India filmed from airplane window shows a UFO filmed from an airplane window. It's not shaped like a flying saucer because that's just what they'd want you to think, and after floating peacefully for a few seconds, it descends and disappears under the canopy of clouds.
When I first saw this video, my reaction was something like, and when I saw the view count, I was like, ah. But then, below in the comments, I saw something that made me go,
Most people don't actually seem to believe the video is real. But their explanation for what they're seeing usually comes down to 3 letters. CGI. You keep using that word. I don't think it means what you've become accustomed to define it as. Let's get to know the industry terminology. This is computer-generated imagery. It's stuff that's constructed, animated, lit, and rendered entirely inside the computer by a team of talented young artists with cute Nordic accents. I don't know what to say. Look at them, they're so adorable! This is special effects, mechanical stuff and pyrotechnics that happen on the movie set. This is visual effects, stuff that happens in post. This is a subset of visual effects called compositing. And this is a subset of amateur compositing called shitty garbage view grubbing UFO bullshit.
wait a minute, rather than me trying to explain it, I've got something around here. No. Ah, here it is. I've got a tape of my favorite TV show, which explains all about this particular art form.
UFO videos soar high in views with each new social media platform, but the techniques for faking them are as old and played out as MySpace. Every UFO fake starts as an idea in the mind of its creator. This up-and-coming hoax artist finds his inspiration on a standby flight to Atlantic City. He begins by carefully filming a background image called a plate, which will become the foundation of the composite shot. He then gathers assets from which to generate the object that will be fashioned into the UFO, and takes the rest of the evening to clear his mind and prepare for the challenging digital work ahead. The hoaxer uses specialized photo retouching software to fashion the images he gathered into potential spaceship designs. Then selects one that seems to best match the lighting in the background plate. He inserts the ship into the background plate and links it to the tracked motion of the clouds. When he animates a mask to create the illusion of the ship disappearing into the clouds, he discovers a mistake. The clouds were tracked at the wrong depth, causing the ship to slide unrealistically. But that's okay. He knows that the audience won't notice or care. Their desire to believe the UFO is real will automatically endow the video with the necessary level of realism. They'll probably even interpret ordinary optical artifacts, such as the flare from the sun being refracted into tiny dots by the glass in the window, as orbs escorting the mothership. As a final touch, the hoaxer adds camera defects, flashes, and shaking to the image. It may seem counterintuitive for an object filmed with a modern, high-resolution, auto-stabilized sensor to somehow become more difficult to see when it's larger. But this is a time-honored tradition of hoax culture and continues to be preserved. Now it's time to upload the finished video to the internet, tag it with appropriate keywords, and promote it to people who might find it interesting. With the hard work completed, the hoaxer carefully monitors the view count on his masterpiece and is rewarded as it quickly swells to an impressive size. Passion for the paranormal, dedication to the craft of fakery, and a little bit of talent beam the creator of this UFO video up to a place in history.
Well, all right. A little bit of a strong imagery there. I didn't really remember that was in a video, but it's okay. Let's go then. What do we know now? We know that UFOs can be created with CGI. Do you guys remember what CGI means? Exactly. So it's computer-generated imagery. People want to believe in the fantastical, right? People want to believe something is real. They'll create ideas in their head to explain something that is not real. And most UFO videos are hoaxes. Wait, most? Yeah, most. It just come up that some UFO videos might be real. Oh, well, Mr. Vítor went crazy. He's talking about UFOs and aliens. Yeah, so before we see this next video, the Pentagon has released footage of real UFOs. These images were recorded by Navy fighter jets during training. You can look all this up on Google or whatever you want. Like, this is happening just a couple days ago. And these had previously been leaked in 2017. And the DOD wanted to confirm that the images were real. Let's take a look at some of these images. Be careful with the volume. It's a little loud, so I'll try my best to make it not as loud as it is. But let's just try to see if we can understand there. I think this one has subtitles. Let's just pay attention, see if we can understand what's happening. These are all, again, recorded on Navy fighter jets. So let's dim the lights first, and let's take a look.
First thing is it had no wings, so you think, okay, it's a helicopter. Well, there's no rotor wash in the water, there's no rotors, and when helicopters move side to side, they kind of slow and then they pick up speed going the other way. This was extremely abrupt, like a ping pong ball bouncing off a wall. It would hit and go the other way and change directions at will. And then the ability to hover over the water and then start a vertical climb from basically zero up towards about 12,000 feet and then accelerate in less than 2 seconds and disappear is something I had never seen in my life.
There's troubleshooting as soon as I get.
Did you box moving target?
No, I took an auto track.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Wow, look at that, man. Look at it fly.
Dude, this is a fucking drone, bro.
There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA.
My gosh.
They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. Look at that thing, dude. That's not our LNS though, is it? It's not.
That is the LNS, dude.
Well, if there's like...
Look at that thing.
It's rotating.
Very well. So just to confirm, these are real images of UFOs, of unidentified flying objects. And as far as I know, as far as I've read, this has happened a lot before, but most pilots choose not to talk about it, not to report them, with fear that they might be ridiculed, that people might make fun of them because, you know, you're the pilot who saw the UFO, right? So yeah, we might actually have more of these than they're letting out, right? But still, it doesn't mean that there are aliens. Like a guy said, it could just be drones. Then again, the pilot said that they have unusual shapes and doesn't look like drones. Then again, that's what unknown means. It's just, you can't really know what it is. It's just an object and it's there. It doesn't mean that there are aliens, right? And honestly, these days, no one really cares. There are other more important things to worry about, like a global pandemic, right? So these news that these are real UFOs didn't really make ripples. They didn't really balance, you know, they didn't shock a lot of people. We're kind of already, you know, down to our last shock. So it didn't really have a lot of impact. I don't know if you guys knew about this, but hey, so's life, right? Things happen. We might get shocked with this after the whole pandemic is gone. And it's talk time. Just to finish real quick, what do you guys think about these images? Do you think the first time you saw real UFOs would be more exciting? I mean, this was pretty cool, I guess. It wasn't as exciting as, you know, like a movie, like a Steven Spielberg movie, but hey, what are you going to do? And what do you think about alien life? Are you a believer? I'm going to put these and some more questions over on your homework, so stay tuned, all right? Let's review real quick. Today we saw words in action, UFOs, watching for understanding, watching to the return of the understanding, and talk time. Just a quick reminder, stay tuned for the warnings from Sahia. Remember to do your homework because it will count as attendance. And any questions, any discussions, let's do it in the WhatsApp group. All right. That's it for today. This is my cue. I hope to see you guys soon. And this is Mr. Vítor signing out, guys. Bye-bye.